If you're on a losing streak, you need a strong fighter, one who can initiate team fights, push towers quickly, and most importantly, survive long enough for your team to respond. In solo queue, XP laners are often ignored by their teammates, forcing them into constant 1 versus 3 situations. That's why choosing the right fighter can make all the difference. To turn the tide in your favor, you need a fighter who excels in durability, damage output, and objective control. Here are some of the best fighters that can carry you to victory. Badang's surging popularity in ranked matches is undeniable. He's not just an XP laner anymore. He's a fearsome roamer, turning the tide of battles with his overwhelming power. Let's dive deep into what makes him so effective. Badang's strength lies in his disruptive CC and burst damage. His ability to isolate enemies with skill 2 is crucial. Mastering its placement is the key to his devastating combo. Here's how it works. Skill 2. Position the wall strategically to trap your target. This sets up the perfect kill zone. Skill 1. Use this to poke and build Thunderbelt stacks, but also to stun your target before the ultimate. Unleash a flurry of devastating punches. Finish with Skill 1 and basic attacks. If they somehow survive, these will seal the deal. A core part of Badang's effectiveness is his synergy with Thunderbelt. He can easily get passive stacks while using Skill 1, providing constant true damage and slow while poking. This makes him a nightmare in lane and during rotations. Here's the builds I found most effective for him during XP or roaming. Now, what if your opponent picks Badang against you? Don't panic. Here are 3 heroes that can effectively counter him. Argus. His ultimate allows him to ignore Badang's burst, turning the tables. Gatotkacha. His tankiness and CC can disrupt Badang's combo, and his ultimate can save allies. Terizla. His high durability and crowd control make him difficult for Badang to burst down. For item counters, Antique Cuirass is essential. It significantly reduces Badang's physical damage output, making him less of a threat. Here are some important tips for mastering Badang. Skill 2. Placement is key. Always prioritize strategic wall placement to maximize your combo's effectiveness. Ultimate timing. Don't rush your ultimate. Wait for enemies to use their dashes or immunity skills, ensuring they're trapped within your wall. Teamfight patience. In teamfights, play it cool. Wait for the right moment to isolate key targets and unleash your combo. Map awareness. Badang is very good at rotating, so always check the map and look for opportunities to gank enemies. Alpha is a powerhouse in both the XP lane and jungle, offering insane sustain and consistent damage. If you're looking for a hero that can survive 1 versus 3 and carry team fights, Alpha is your answer. Alpha's strength lies in his unique combination of damage, sustain, and initiation. Let's break down his core skills. First skill. This skill applies a mark that slows enemies. It's your tool for applying the passive mark. Second skill. This is Alpha's main reason for sustain. The more enemies you hit, the more HP you regenerate, making it devastating in team fights. Ultimate, a powerful initiation tool that knocks up enemies, creating opportunities for your team to follow up. Proper timing is crucial. Ensure enemies have limited escape options. Alpha's passive is what truly makes him a threat. After 2 skill uses, Beta attacks alongside him, dealing true damage. This is essential for melting down tanky enemies and securing kills. Always aim to engage with maximum passive marks to maximize your damage output. Here's the ultimate skill combo for Alpha. First skill, apply the slow and mark. Ultimate, initiate the fight and knock up enemies. Second skill, deal significant damage and regain HP. Basic attacks, finish off weakened enemies, allowing Beta to deal true damage. This combo maximizes your damage output and sustain, allowing you to dominate fights. For Alpha, a build that focuses on sustain and damage is ideal. While Alpha is strong, he has weaknesses. Here are some heroes that counter him. Valir. His range and CC can keep Alpha at bay, preventing him from engaging effectively. Argus. Argus's ultimate can negate Alpha's burst damage, allowing him to turn the tables. Dyrroth. His armor reduction and burst damage can shred Alpha before he can sustain himself. The best item counter for Alpha is Dominance Ice, Sea Halberd, and Glowing Wand. It reduces his HP regeneration and provides physical defense. Here are some important tips for mastering Alpha. Passive management. Always track your passive marks and engage with maximum stacks. Ultimate timing. Don't waste your ultimate. Time it for maximum impact, especially during team fights. Skill 2. Positioning. Aim to hit multiple enemies with your second skill for maximum HP regeneration. Map awareness. Alpha is good at rotations. Always look for opportunities to gank enemies. Dyrroth is a lane dominator, a true terror in the XP lane. He have ability to cut tanky fighters. Dyrroth's strength lies in his armor reduction, burst damage, and execution potential. Skill 1. This skill slows enemies, setting up his devastating combo and stop their escape. Skill 2. This is the key to Dyrroth's dominance. It significantly reduces enemy physical defense, turning even the tanky enemies into weakest targets. Ultimate. This skill deals damage based on the enemy's missing HP, making it an execution tool. The lower their health, the higher the damage. To maximize Dyrroth's potential, execute this skill combo. Skill 2. Initiate the engagement, reducing the enemy's physical defense. Skill 1. Slow them down, preventing escape and setting up the ultimate. Basic attacks benefit from the reduced defense and dealing significant damage. Now with ultimate, execute the enemy, especially effective against low HP targets. This combo ensures maximum damage output and execution potential. I recommend a sustain build for Dyrroth, allowing him to stay in the fight longer and maximize his ultimate's execution potential. While Dyrroth is powerful, he has weaknesses. Here are some heroes that counter him. Argus ultimate immune Dyrroth's burst, allowing him to turn the tables. Franco, suppression and hook can disrupt Dyrroth's combo and isolate him. Guinevere mobility and burst damage can outplay Dyrroth and eliminate him quickly. The most effective item counter for Dyrroth is Antique Cuirass. It significantly reduces his physical damage output, making him less threat. Here are some tips for mastering Dyrroth. Always initiate with skill 2 to maximize damage output. Time your ultimate for maximum execution potential, especially against low HP targets. Dyrroth is weak to CC, so maintain a good position to avoid being locked down. Unlike most heroes, Julian's skills evolve based on how you cast them, offering 3 different skill combos that can dominate as jungler or an XP laner. Julian's core strength lies in his skill combos. By casting 2 different basic skills, his 3rd skill slot transforms into a powerful, enchanted ability. This allows adaptability in various situations. Let's break down the enchanted skills. Enchanted skill 1, activated by using skill 2, then skill 3. This enhanced skill 1 unleashes multiple sword waves that slow down enemies, making it excellent for teamfight control, chasing, and poking in lane. Enchanted skill 2, activated by using skill 1, then skill 3. This enhanced skill 2 grants Julian a powerful dash that makes him immune to burst damage and crowd control, providing survivability and escape potential. Enchanted skill 3, activated by using skill 1, then skill 2. This enhanced skill 3 is a crowd control tool, dealing damage and knocking up enemies, effectively stopping skill casts and setting up your team for follow-up. Mastering Julian means understanding the flow of his skill combos. Here are the key combos. For slowing, poking. Skill 2, skill 3, enhanced skill 1, or skill 3, skill 2, enhanced skill 1. For burst damage, CC immunity. Skill 1, skill 3, enhanced skill 2, or skill 3, skill 1, enhanced skill 2. For crowd control, interrupting. Skill 1, skill 2, enhanced skill 3, or skill 2, skill 1, enhanced skill 3. Here's the jungle or XP lane build that aims to maximize Julian's burst and crowd control. While Julian's adaptability is a strength, he can be countered by heroes who can disrupt his skill flow or survive his burst. Chou mobility and immunity frames can allow him to dodge Julian's combos and potentially lock him down. Franco suppress can interrupt Julian's skill casting and prevent him from utilizing his enchanted skills. Benedetta high mobility and immunity frames can make her difficult for Julian to hit with his skill combos. To sustain Julian's magic damage and reduce his lifesteal, consider these item counters. Athena's shield provides a significant magic damage shield, reducing the impact of his burst. Rose Gold Meteor offers magic resistance and a shield when HP is low, providing crucial survivability. Radiant Armor continuously reduces sustained magic damage, effective against Julian's repeated skill casts. Use Sea Halberd or Dominance Ice in your build to reduce his lifesteal. Here are tips for unlocking Julian's full potential. Practice the different skill combinations. Knowing which enchanted skill you need in any given situation is key. Don't rely on a single combo. Analyze the situation and choose the enchanted skill that best suits the moment. Slow for chasing, immunity for survival, and knock up for initiation. The CC immunity on Enchanted Skill 2 is best for dodging enemy ultimates and crowd control. Use the slow from Enchanted Skill 1 to harass enemies in lane, control team fight positioning, and secure kills for your team. Coordinate with your team to use the knock-up from Enchanted Skill 3 to lock down key targets during ganks. Martis unmatched mobility and crowd control immunity make him a prime pick for early to mid-game. As a jungler, Martis excels at initiating ganks and controlling the pace of the game. First skill is a reliable source of damage for clearing jungle camps and engaging. It also provides slow. Second skill is Martis' signature move for the jungle ganks. During both dashes, he gains CC immunity and reduces damage, allowing him to dive into the enemy backline and interrupt skill casts. This immunity is what makes him a great initiator. His ultimate is a powerful execution tool that becomes even more deadly with consecutive kills. Here's the optimized skill combo for jungle ganks and team fights. Second skill, first dash. Initiate the gank, using the CC immunity to close the gap and potentially interrupt enemy skills. Now, apply first skill to slow and deal damage. Use basic attacks between skills to maximize damage output. Now second skill, second dash, chase down the enemy or reposition for further attacks. Use ultimate to finish off low HP targets to trigger the ultimate's reset and damage bonus. Martis passive grants bonus attack speed after using skills. To maximize this, after using Skill 1 and the first dash of Skill 2, you'll have maximum passive stacks. Just before the passive buff expires, use the second dash of Skill 2 to extend the duration of the increased attack speed. Here, my preferred jungle build, or XP lane build, is. While Martis is a strong initiator, he can be countered. Minchitter ultimate can prevent Martis from using his dashes effectively, negating his mobility and CC immunity. Thamo sustained damage, and healing can outlast Martis in prolonged fights. Dyrroth armor reduction and burst damage can quickly eliminate Martis before he can utilize his full combo. The main item counter for Martis is Antique Cuirass. It significantly reduces his physical damage output, making his burst less impactful. Here are tips for dominating with Martis. Always engage ganks with the first dash of Skill 2 to utilize the CC immunity and potentially interrupt enemy skills. Prioritize using your ultimate on low HP enemies to secure kills and trigger the ultimate's reset, allowing for multiple executions in team fights. Remember that each successful kill with your ultimate increases its damage for a short duration, and this bonus damage stacks. Aim for consecutive ultimate kills to become a late-game threat. As a strong early-mid-game hero, focus on securing objectives like Turtle and Lord. Argus's core strength lies in his ability to split push effectively, and his unparalleled survivability during his ultimate. Let's break down his skills. Argus' first skill to chase down enemies or escape dangerous situations. Casting it second time pulls him towards the marked target, making it excellent for closing gaps. Second skill. This skill deals damage and marks enemies. Marked enemies leave a trail that grants Argus bonus movement speed. Ultimate. This is Argus's signature ability. For 4 seconds, he is immune to death and converts a portion of the damage he deals into HP recovery. Here's the effective skill combo for Argus. Use Skill 2 to mark your target, dealing initial damage and leaving a movement speed trail. Utilize the movement speed boost to stick to your target and deal consistent damage. If the enemy tries to escape, use Skill 1 first cast to close the gap and the second cast to pull yourself to them. When your HP is critically low during an engagement, activate your ultimate. Focus on attacking the marked enemy to maximize HP recovery and survive the burst. This combo allows for consistent damage output and survivability. Here's a build that maximizes Argus's late-game damage and lane-pushing capabilities. While Argus is a late-game threat, he can be countered. Killing Sun clones during Argus ultimate gives him less for HP recovery. Lapu-Lapu sustain and crowd control in his heavy sword form can overwhelm Argus even if he uses his ultimate. Franco Suppress and Hook can interrupt Argus's attacks during his ultimate, reducing his HP recovery. Argus' another best counter is Natalia. With her second skill, she can counter Argus' ultimate and basic attack easily. The most effective item counters for Argus are Antique Cuirass, Dominance Ice, or Sea Halberd. Antique Cuirass reduces his physical damage output, while Dominance Ice or Sea Halberd reduces his attack speed and HP regeneration, which reduce his effectiveness during his ultimate. Here are tips for maximizing your potential with Argus. Use your ultimate wisely when your HP is low to maximize the sustain. Remember, it's not just about avoiding death, it's about turning a near-death situation into an opportunity to recover HP. Don't forget that your ultimate also gives a significant movement speed boost. Use this to chase down enemies or escape dangerous situations. Always prioritize using your second skill to slow down enemies, making them easier to hit with basic attacks and chase down with your first skill. Argus is weak without his core items. Prioritize farming and avoid unnecessary early game fights. Utilize Argus's decent mobility and damage to create pressure in side lanes, forcing enemy rotations. Chou excel in multiple roles. As XP laner, his mobility and damage make him a slippery and threatening in the solo lane, capable of harassing enemies and securing farm. In the roaming role, Chou shines as a prime initiator and disruptor. His ability to isolate key enemy damage dealers is best for setting up game-winning team fights. Chou first skill deals damage in 3 stage, and, on the third hit, knocks enemies airborne. Second skill dash makes Chou immune to crowd control. Ultimate is a powerful kick, knocks back the targeted enemy. It's perfect for isolating high-priority targets. Chou skill combo are all about precision and timing. Here's a fundamental combo for isolating enemies. First skill, first 2 hits. Use the initial hits to close the distance and apply damage. Ultimate, aim carefully to kick the desired enemy away from their team and towards your allies or a tower. First skill, third hit. Immediately follow up to knock the isolated enemy airborne, preventing them from escaping. Second skill, use this to reposition. Dodge any incoming damage or CC. Here are the two different builds I use for Chou depending on his role. Despite his agility, Chou has counters. Minshitter Ultimate can prevent Chou from using his dashes effectively, limiting his mobility and outplay potential. Franco Ultimate can lock down Chou, preventing him from using his crucial second skill for escape or initiation. Dyrroth burst damage and armor reduction can quickly eliminate Chou before he can execute his combos. The primary item counter for Chou is Antique Cuirass. It reduces his physical damage output, making his burst less impactful. Here are some tips for becoming pro Chou player. Your second skill is your lifeline. Always be mindful of enemy CC abilities and save skill 2 to escape crowd control. Use the first skill strategically to interrupt enemy skill casts, like ultimates, and the third hit to knock them airborne. Ultimate is incredibly important. Use it not only to push enemies into towers for easy kills, but also to isolate key damage dealers away from their team. Consider the positioning of both the enemy and your team before using your ultimate. Chou is a high skill cap hero. Spend time practicing his combos and timing in practice mode to truly master his outplay potential. As a roamer, constantly be aware of the map and look for opportunities to gank and initiate. As an XP laner, maintain good positioning to avoid ganks and set offensive plays. For Cissi has recently received significant buffs, making her an absolute terror in the current meta, especially if you enjoy dominating your lane. The Meltdown combo. Cissi's true power lies in the synergy between her ultimate and her first skill. Locking down an enemy with her ultimate allows her to unleash a relentless barrage of yo-yos, melting their HP bar in seconds. This combo is even more deadly in a 1 versus 1 scenario, is the sustained nature of skill 1. The longer it hits a single target, the more bonus damage it deals, allowing Cissi to easily outplay and bully her lane opponent. Cissi counters are Franco, Dyrroth, Ling, and her item counter is Sea Halberd, Dominance Ice, and Antique Cuirass. Lapu-Lapu seriously all in one package. His ultimate, Brave Stance, transforms his twin blades into a powerful heavy sword. This isn't just a visual change. It grants him increased damage, significant crowd control, in the form of dashes and area damage, and enhanced durability. It's an all-in-one power-up that allows him to initiate, disrupt, and survive team fights. Here is the build I use for Lapu-Lapu. His counters are Esmeralda, Yuzhong, Alpha, and Dyrroth. His item counters are Sea Halberd, Dominance Ice, Glowing Wand, and Antique Cuirass. Lapu-Lapu skill combo is Skill 1, Skill 2, Ultimate, Heavy Sword Skill 1, Heavy Sword Skill 2, and finished with Ultimate. Masha known for her 3 health bars, fast attack speed, and ability to push lanes and objectives quickly. Passive. Masha has 3 health bars. She can ignore 1 instance of damage each time she loses a health bar, and remove CC. Skill 1. Masha gains a significant movement speed boost and deals extra physical damage with each basic attack while this skill is active, based on 1 health bar. Skill 2. Masha unleashes a shockwave that damages, stopping them from using basic attacks. Ultimate. Masha charges towards a target enemy hero, consuming a significant portion of her current HP, based on 1 health bar, to deal massive physical damage and slow them down. Skill 4. Masha consumes all her energy to instantly restore 1 full health bar. This skill cannot be used in battle, so use it wisely after fights or while split pushing to sustain yourself without recalling. Here is the build I use for Masha. Pro Masha tips. Manage your HP wisely, especially when using Skill 1. Don't activate it unnecessarily. Use Skill 2 strategically to disarm high-damage basic attack heroes or interrupt crucial skills. Use life recovery effectively after engagements or while safely pushing lanes. Utilize Masha's passive to absorb key instances of damage, especially in the early game. Be aware of your energy levels to ensure you can use life recovery when needed. Natalia, Belleric, and Dyrroth. The hero guide is done. Now it's time to get awesome free skins. From server time 4th April to 27th April, join the Rank Party event to get special, elite, and basic skins. For the special skin, you can even choose the one you missed from the Golden Month event. Plus, don't miss out on brand new themed items. Enjoy your crazy weekends of ranking up. Server time, 18 April to 20th April. 125 skins free trial. All heroes free trial begins.